There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the football first. It was easily the most memorable post-game in the long and storied history of Michigan and Ohio State. It put an exclamation point on Michigan's season and in an odd way sort of propelled Ohio State in the same direction eventually.
I think this game last year was probably the most surprising game of the year for me, considering I thought Ohio State was going to go in and absolutely drub them. What I remember, David, they could never get the run game going. With Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, they still somehow only ran for 77 yards in that game, and obviously this was the game they used as a motivator for their playoff run.
A big motivator, but let's not forget about what we really remember about this game. Hands being thrown, flags being planted, coaches taunting other coaches. It was everything you love about college football. Just give me half of that in this football game.
A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Got room to work. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. The screen, he can go. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Quickly to the tight end. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give to the lone running back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. Quickly complete. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Looking for room, it's Haynes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't put the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Jukes his way for more. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And the Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, the running back has it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll leave it with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. This offense has been suffocated by a sea of maize and blue, reminiscent of what the national champion Wolverine D did in '97, holding their opponents to single digits.
And it's at every level. I mean, just a great job being physical up front, locking down in the secondary. Michigan defenses are always on point. They don't give up.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And the returner will be knocked down. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. On the ground, it's Haynes. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense has a chance, down one possession in the 4th. Pulls it, fired complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looks like the offense would just take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.